Hello guys, this is a Pip King from Pip Cattle Academy. So this is the first day of my 100-day technical analysis challenge, and I will be posting my analysis daily on this channel and on our YouTube channel, so you can enjoy for free. But for all our premium students, they will have access to all my analysis on all pairs analyzed daily. All right, so I'll be doing a top-down analysis on AUDNZD, and I'm using my mobile phone, so you can see that even without a PC you can still analyze the market without stress. Okay, and I'll make everything simple so you can understand. So this is AUDNZD, and this is the monthly time frame. So I'm starting from the monthly time frame. So we need to see what trend we are in right now. So the first thing we are going to check out is our supply and demand zone. So let's see, where is our support, where is our major support, and where is our major resistance. So if we backtest, we'll see that this is our major resistance. Why is this a major resistance? We can see the bullish candle. That was the last bullish candle we had, and the next candle was a bearish candle. So I'm considering the bullish candle. Okay, yeah, good. So please, I want you to take note of all my trend lines, my horizontal line and my support line. Where I drew them, they are very, very important. You can see, so my trend line, my horizontal line is resting on the peak of my bullish candle, not the bearish candle. So I'm considering the bullish candle. All right, and you can see the bearish candle that was next to the bullish candle closed below my horizontal line. So that is my resistance. And if we see we had a retest here, you can see our bullish candle tested it and was rejected, but we later saw another bullish candle which broke out, and we saw a pin bar, and we can see the rejection and price came down here. So we can see that this kicked a lot of people out. All right, we can see price got to this level, you can see it. So this was just a fake breakout. All right, so having drawn out our major resistance, now we're going to draw out our major support. So we can see now this is our major support, So let's zone it out now. So to make it more simpler, all right, okay, all right. So we can see that was the highest point the price reached before it was rejected. So I'm zoning that out. So that side is our resistance zone, and for support I'm also doing the same thing. This is not really important, but let's just do that. Okay, you can see price got to this level. So that means we can say all these zones are support zone. All right, so now what is the next thing I'm going to consider? So I'm going to figure out my minor support and resistance zones. I'm going to figure them out. So now let's use a trend line. So I'll be using my trend line to form a horizontal line because I don't want a longer one. So before that, let's check So after we had these resistance, we see price was rejected there, and we can see how price was pushing down, and after price got here, we had a rejection. Here, so that means it's a point where we need to take note of. So price was rejected at this level. Good. You see price was rejected there, and we see price came up to this level before it eventually broke out here. So it's a point to note. So we need to zone it out also. Alright, so please, I'm using my mobile phone, so that's why I'm having some little issues drawing. Alright, so we can see this zone there. So that means this is our high. We had a low here, right? A low here, which is a support, and we had a new lower high, and our low eventually got broken, and we had a new lower low, and we can see the support which was broken was later retested here, and we have a new lower high. And what do we see happen here? It eventually got broken here. We can see price moving up, but we that's none of our concern right now. So let's say, sorry, I'll use that later. Okay, good. So let's say we are only considering the chart behind my vertical line. So let's say the one after my vertical line is yet to form, and I have a chart like this. So what am I going to do? Next after all this has been forming? Then we bring out our trend line, then connect my trend line, connecting the top that with this. Yeah, good. So this is my trend line. You can see I connected the top, the wick of my bullish candle, and connecting it with the second one here. You can see, and eventually we see that it got broken. Yeah, it got broken here. So for those who trade breakouts, so this is a nice place to enter the trade, and the stop loss below the structure. So that means I'll be lowering this. Let me lower it. Alright, so that means the stop loss will be below the structure level. Okay, so I want us to know one thing, that 80%, it is even 90% most times when we have a breakout, we do have a retest, and even if we don't have a retest, we always have a pullback. So whenever you miss a breakout after this breakout, and you miss this, maybe price has gotten to this side already, it's better you let it keep running and wait for a retest. So let's say we waited for this retest, you can see, then that means our order finally got triggered, and we were able to ride this pair up there. Okay, so let's see what happens again. So let me shift, let me delete this vertical line. Okay, so what next am I going to do analyzing this pair? So we can see we had a move up to the resistance here, but let's say it's yet to happen, and my price just retested here. You've entered the trade. So what's next? So don't forget, this was the highest point price got to. You need to note that. It's very important. I'm trying to make my trend line straight. Okay, good. So price got here, Alright, good. Price got here and was rejected. Price got here, so price got here, and we had a pullback, and we can see price pushing up to the level once again. It was broken here, but you see price came in. So this was a fake breakout, so I won't accept that because we had no retest. We can see price playing all here. So before we eventually had a breakout here, we had a breakout, finally had a breakout here, and we had a retest here. We had a retest here, and you can see price pushed up a bit once again, and it eventually came down. So how am I going to plot my trend line here? How am I going to plot my trend line here? So it is very important you know how you're going to plot your trend line. So now let's see what happens here. We can see after this retest, this has become a new support level. This has become a new support level. Please don't forget that it is very important. And we can see price pushed up to this point. You need to take note of that. Okay, it is very important. Those informations are very important. Price pushed up to this point, you can see. Okay, maybe I should use another color so you won't get confused. Oh, it's almost the same thing. Oops, shit. Okay, let's proceed. So price got to this point. You can see this is the candle I considered, this bullish candle. So that was the point price got to after this big drop. Yeah, price got here, and we had this rejection up to this point. So now I'm going to draw that out too. The informations are very important. They are very important. So price got to this level. I'm considering the bearish candle. The bearish candle. So price got there. So now I'm waiting. I can't say I'm in an uptrend yet. If you want to be conservative, if you want to be a conservative trader, which is even very better. So we need a break out of this zone, out of this rejection here. And what we have here, we had a very big breakout here. We had a breakout, and price moved, and we can see came back in, was rejected, and price kept pushing up, and we can see the big drop here once again. So now we can connect 2 points now, having known that we have 2 points to connect together. So this is my first point, which was our pullback, and this is my second point. So now I am able to draw my trend line. So I waited for the pullback here and for the breakout here, and you can see, and you can see the breakout. And please, you need to take note of these. They are very important. They are very important. So the next place is here. All right, you can see, and we also have a new breakout here. So you can see what is happening here. So see what happens here. So after it was retested here, we can see price pushed up. So I'm expecting our price to get back to this trend line before I can find my new entry. But if you see what happens here, you see we had a long wick, and price came back to test the support here. So that means what happens here, these year, that was 2008, there was a major news, maybe a very big disaster happened in Australia, or maybe US dollar, which affected Australian dollar, which affected the economy. So that is why we had this big drawdown here. So that means everyone will enter this trade maybe at this level with buy limit order will eventually came out with loss, because your stop loss will be below the previous structure level, which is below this support, below this low here. So you see, we were all kicked out. Even if your stop loss is below here, you are still kicked out. Only those who enter the trade earlier, who enter the trade here, were still safe. You can see, because their stop loss will be below the structure level. So you can see the importance of catching a wave or a market earlier, entering at a very low price. So entering at the middle of a trade is always risky, and it has a high risk. That's an high risk. All right. So now, after we've all been kicked out, you have to be patient, and don't forget we are still on a monthly time frame. So we have to be patient and to see what is actually playing out. And we can see the candle eventually closed inside. It closed inside the trend line. So which makes this trend line still a valid one. So that means we're opportune to enter this trade once again, and still setting our stop loss below the previous structure level. And we can see we had a pullback up to this point, but it never got to this level, and price started coming our way. You can see. So now, after, don't forget, without this previous structure level that was broken and came back in to kick everyone out before we eventually entered once again, and we can see price broke the structure once again, broke it once again, and retested this resistance, making this place a major support zone, So we can see it's tested it several times, like 3 times. So you need to note the key important places, so which make this place a major support zone. So I'll take note of that. So all right, and eventually we had a price eventually broke. These are major resistance. You know, this is our major resistance where price got to before we had a pullback, which was a retest, and price eventually got back to the main on major resistance, which later retested this major resistance to give us a double top. So now I'm still holding this trade. Don't forget we entered the trade here after we've been kicked out, just analyzing the market, and we are still in this trade. So immediately we have our price break this level, this structure, then you have to shift your stop loss below the support zone here, below the structure here. You have to shift your stop loss. Now we can see price eventually came back to test this trend line at this place, came back to test the trend line, and price keep pushing up. So now you can move your stop loss here or here, but to be more safe and secure, your stop loss have to be below the structure level here. So we can see eventually price broke the trend line, and we had a retest. So this gave us a confirmation that we are having a reversal, a trend reversal, but there are sometimes when we have a breakout which can still be a fake breakout. So we need to wait until the previous structure level, which is this, until it gets broken. So we can see it eventually broke and also retested and also forming a pin bar. So this gave us a total confirmation that we have a trend reversal. So at this point we can now take our profit. You see, this is, I've just explained how our swing trade really works, how people who trade on a bigger time frame and all trade for long do trade. So you need to understand the market. It's not like you just gamble to enter the market. You need to understand the concept of how the market works, and the reason why we enter a trade and the reason why we exit a trade. So even when we exit a trade, you have the understanding of what to do next. So now we were able to enter the sell immediately here. So we enjoyed the ride long here. Now we're enjoying the short. So you can see price keep dropping, and price dropped up to this point. You can see price drop to this point, to this level, and we had some little rejection at this point. So now let's see what happens. Let's see what happens there. All right, so I'm putting it here. So we had a rejection there. Okay, let me make it longer because price is yet to break that level. Okay, so we had a rejection there, and we had a price yeah, we have price moved to this point. So we can see that our price was rejected there and came to this point and was ranging in between this zone. Don't forget, this is a monthly time frame once again, and price broke out. Price broke out, and after it broke out, price retested as support. So price retested, came back to test a support zone. So we can see, so the bigger picture really shows that price, we are in a side trend, has been ranging from the resistance to support to resistance, now to support. So we are now on the major support level. So let's see now if it's time to long this trade. So don't take note of this. After price got to this point, this is our new resistance, right? And the support got broken, and we had a retest here. And price keep pushing down here. All right, so now I'm going to draw my trend line. All right, so I'm starting my trend line from my resistance here, joining the resistance here. Okay, don't forget, you see me, I joined the wick, I joined the highest point. Okay, good. So let me make it longer. All right, yeah, nice one. So in as long price is below my trend line, I'll still consider this a downtrend. But we can see price eventually broke out here, and price has been ranging in between here. But which I shouldn't have expected, because after this breakout, then what we should expect next is a uptrend. But don't forget, side trend is also part of the trend, so you should always have that in mind, that you should expect a side trend. So okay, so after this breakout, so we're considering this last breakout. So after this last breakout and retest, we had price pushed up once again and broke the structure level. But you see, it was a fake breakout. It only retested this previous support, which now formed a resistance here also, and we can see price came back in, and it has been retesting that level, yet to break the level. So now let me show you very well so you can know what I'm talking about. All right, after the breakout, this was the highest point price got to before we had a rejection. See, price got here, we had a rejection, retest. So we are yet to have an uptrend, because we don't have a new high. We are yet to have a new higher high. Okay, this is our high, this is not an higher high. So we are yet to have a new high. Because this was a fake breakout. So and we still have the same support. So now the least point where price got to after this rejection, you can see price got to this level. So let's draw that out. We need to take note of that. so you can know where price has been ranging. So we can see now, so price has been ranging in between these points. Price has been ranging. So we don't know what's next now. So what are we expecting next? It's either price eventually breaks up and we have a big trend, or price respects, as it has respected the resistance, and price should also keep pushing down up to this point. We are in a ranging zone, so we are expecting a breakout and to have a clearer structure, so we can know if we are to ride this pair or not. So this is everything we can see and explain on our monthly time frame. So let's see what else we can figure out on our weekly time frame. All right, good. So this is a weekly time frame, and we can see a lot of activities, lot of actions here. So all these spikes down can be caused by news, and we can see the fake breakout. So we have price got to this point. So let's see. All right. Okay, so let me change the color for weekly time frame. Okay, let me use this color. All right, so after this push up, this was the highest point price got to before we had a pullback. The highest point price got to, let me use the color that will be glaring. Okay, good. Highest point it got to, so we can see price got here and was rejected. We can see the rejection, and price came down to this point. So you need to take note of that. So we are analyzing the present market on the weekly time frame. I haven't seen that we're in a ranging market. It's in a range zone on a monthly time frame. Okay, so we can see price broke the previous high, and let's say probably we are trying to get an higher low and a higher low. So we're expecting now price to break this structure once again and see if price will keep pushing up. So if price should push up and break this zone, then we can connect. We'll be able to connect our lows. We'll be able to connect our lows. That is when we'll be able to confirm that this is an uptrend. That is when we'll be able to confirm that this is an uptrend. But right now we can't confirm that this is an uptrend unless this structure here got broken. Because it's a resistance. And if you draw back, okay, you see it was respected here, so it is a strong point. So unless this place got broken, then we'll consider it as an uptrend. So before this week runs out, let's see if this week candle we close above this structure. If it can close above it, then we'll be able to know that we are bullish on AUDNZD. So for this week, we won't be trading this pair unless we have a good confirmation for a longer ride. So don't forget, this is for long-term traders. All right, so you can see that is all I have to show you on AUDNZD analysis from our monthly to weekly time frame. All right, so please, if you enjoyed this video, kindly like and subscribe to our channel,
and please don't forget to share with your friends. And if you also want me to explain or to do my analysis to bring it down to our daily and hourly time frame, I will gladly do that for you. Just send me a DM on either WhatsApp or Telegram. Thank you so much.